Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Alyssa and today I have kind of an update for the Deck of Panning project. Deck of Panning is a project that was started by Emily of Emily and Max here on YouTube, and she was inspired by a book version from Books with Maddie. And the idea is that you use a deck of cards, you get different prompts based on which cards you pull, and it's just a lot of fun each month because the cards change for the prompts and the prompts change for the cards. And so yeah, it's just a good time. The way I do it is I always draw at least 5 cards each update, even if I didn't finish my items. So I'm actually filming this super early. Like, I always film a little bit early, but this is super early for me because I realized that, well, by the time this is going up, I will be home, but normally I kind of film this in 2 parts. I'll have I usually finish the items or get pretty close, at some, well, no, it's usually I finish my goals on the early side, and then I'm just kind of waiting for the new board. And then when the new board comes, then I pick my new cards and, put it all together in one video. Well, I realized that, I probably will be finishing these goals soon, and I could do that usual filming thing, maybe, but we're going to be traveling, and that's going to be a little iffy. And then when the board goes up, I am on a different trip where I wouldn't be able to film for sure. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give you a mini update on how it's been going. And I'm just gonna go ahead and draw 5 more cards regardless, and I'll just have more prompts that I'm working on. So, basically when I do then the next update, there just might be a lot more updates happening for you, okay? So I just decided this would be easier than trying to somehow fit it in, and then, I wouldn't be able to do the new prompts anyway. So that does mean I'm using the prompts that were for June's board, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, the ones that I had already done. But it's fine. If I happen to get a same card, then I don't know, we'll figure that out. But there's a good chance with all of these cards in a deck that I will get something else. I do have the Joker in here. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to give you a little mini update while I'm shuffling these cards. So for the first item I had picked last time was Mainstream. I used my NYX Jumbo pencil in black. I actually probably need to sharpen this. My goal was to use it 10 times, and as of filming, I have used it 6 times. So, will I get those extra 4 shortly? I don't know. It's like I was kind of using it and then not. And sometimes I've been using. Actually, this look I might like to do that. I've been kind of using it just to have a sort of a thicker darkness, if you will, on my line, my lash line, the upper lash line. Also, maybe I will go and add some and get a 7th use in. But anyway, the next one was for focus, and I've been wanting to focus a bit on my lip products this year. So I pulled in this ColourPop lip gloss, which I feel like was, maybe further up here, and now it's down here. So this is I've used it 7 times. I want to use it 15. So, I'm about halfway there. It is not something I'm planning on bringing for my travel. So if I don't get the uses in before I travel, then those will just have to kind of be continuing for, after this update was going to go up anyway. So it's fine. And then, because that was my other thought, was I don't know how much I would actually get in before I leave. So why not just go ahead and, make myself, do a little punishment for traveling. I don't know. Okay. Oldest, I did another lip product, and that was my Milani. It's my oldest lip product. So Obsessed lip crayon. And again, I wanted to use it 15 times. I have used it 7 times as well. So, I don't know if it's really gotten shorter or not. It just takes forever to use this. I'm actually right now using both this and the lip gloss. That's what's on my lips. So they do kind of work well together. I've also just been using this So Obsessed with other lip glosses, and then the ColourPop lip gloss I just kind of throw on sometimes if I feel like I need a little bit more pink in a look. Then I had, for cobwebs, these are upside down, for cobwebs or collecting cobwebs, this Moira cream eyeshadow. I wanted to use it 10 times. I've used it 8 times. So I mostly am using it as an inner corner. I wanted to use it all over the lid, and I just haven't yet. I kind of forget, I think, to do that. So at some point in the next 2 uses, hopefully I can remember to do that. And then finally, I did actually finish one goal. That was to use this highlighter 10 times. Okay, so this is in the shade Don't Flutter Yourself. So when I first rolled it in, it was 21 and 3/800 grams. After the 10 uses, it is 21 and 3/10 grams, so I used 0.08 of a gram. You know, there's still a decent bit left of that highlighter, so we shall see. But yeah, I am really excited because I don't know if I can finish that highlighter this year, but it would be my only highlighter left because I've been finishing up all my other highlighters, and that's exciting because I don't really enjoy highlighter normally. So, all right, let's go ahead and pick 5 cards. That one counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, see, some of them might mean that I have to pick up something else. Okay, so I've got a 3 of spades, in it for the long haul. Okay. I have both a black king and a red king. So the red one is No Pan Left Behind and the black one is Focus. So will I bring in another lip product? Because No Pan Left Behind is going to be eyeshadow. So I kind of feel like maybe I would make that one a lip product. And then I have 3 of Hearts, so Out of Your Hands. All right, so I have to put something up to a vote, which is fine because since I am filming this early, I have time to do that. Oh, but then I have to like put it in. All right, well, we'll see. 4 of Hearts, a non-makeup item. I'm trying to decide if I actually want to do that. You know what? I'm going to actually skip on this one because I prefer to just do makeup. I don't really have an issue as much with other things. I kind of use my other products as I need them. So let me go ahead and just grab a different card. All right, 7 of Spades. Metallic. I have had that prompt before. So, all right, let me see what I come up with for this time. Okay, I am back and I've made my choices. You can let me know if you think they're good choices. So the first one was Long Haul. So for the Long Haul item, I'm choosing my Stone Vibes palette. I only have one eyeshadow in here that doesn't have pan, the shade Hexed. So I feel like it'll probably take me a while because the other shades had more of a dip when I rolled them in. And this one, it's like the smallest bit. So yeah, and it's already in my makeup bag because I've been using it for some other stuff. Yeah, like the Time to Pan project on Instagram and, you know, just different things. I'm kind of contemplating panning this palette. So, you know, let's go ahead and get a pan in the last shade. Then for Focus, like I said, I was going to pick a lip item. So this is actually one of my favorite lip items, or it had been, but I guess if I'm not using it right now, maybe it's not, or I don't know. But this is the Milani Color Statement lipstick, yep, in the shade Naked. I want to use it. I just put 10 times. I'm being a little bit kind to myself just because, like I said, I'm going to be away some, and I might bring this one. I'm not sure yet. So I haven't, picked out my things yet. So yeah, and I'm going to have weights for the appropriate items, so don't worry about that. Then for No Pan Left Behind, another item that I'd actually just randomly pulled in to have in my makeup bag was my Prados Beauty Matriarch palette. And so that was right here, but I also have a picture. And yeah, I know it's a lot of shades, so there's a chance I won't get it done because I'm not going to bring this with me to travel. It's just too big. But, you know, why not give myself a little bit of a challenge? Because I have been wanting to make sure I'm using my palettes fully. Like, this was one that I've been thinking about how, like, oh, like, I don't know if I've really used all the shades in here yet this year, you know, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've done any sort of project yet this year with it. So, you know, it's just a way to make sure that I have. And I'm just going to do one time each. You know, some shades might get used more than that, but, you know, just keep it simple. And then for out of your hands, obviously I don't have an answer for you just yet because I just asked the people on Instagram. But the 4 options I gave was this liquid blush from ColourPop, because after it was done being in my Four Seasons project pan, I haven't used it a single time since then. So I also have 2 blushes from e.l.f. So I have this darker one in Always Rosy, and then I have the lighter one that is older and it's been repressed. I don't know how much longer I will, you know, need for this to get used up, but, you know, we'll see. And then I also had this loose pigment from Moira. So this has been in, this was in my Four Seasons project pan. This I feel like might have been in Deck of Panning at some point this year, like just for like some uses, or I threw it in for some, I don't know. I feel like I have used it some, but not a lot because I'm focusing on finishing up my one blush for my Finish 5 in 2025 project. So many projects. This loose pigment, I have used it at least the 5 times this year, but you know, it could use more. So I'm gonna say, depending on what people pick, I think if it's one of the blushes, then again, I might keep it easy and say, well, no, I could probably do 15. So if it's a blush, I think I would do 15. I might even, yeah, I think any of these blushes, I would do 15 because I'm going to be coming back and can be, you know, starting to work on. So even though I don't have plans to bring these, I'm going to be bringing the Finish 5 blush with me. I already plan to do that because then I figure my goal was kind of to use it every single day for a month and see what kind of usage I would get. So I'm doing that. So these, you know, it's like I'll probably be a little bit tired of it and be fine to have a break. So 15 uses for that. And then I don't want to do 15 for the pigment. I think I would say, I think 5 would be good just because it's kind of a special type of thing. Like it's not just like a neutral goes with anything type of pigment. It has a little bit of color to it. So I think 5 would be good for this. So I'll make a note for myself that it's either times 15 or times 5, depending on which item gets picked. And then finally for metallic, I decided to pull in this, which I mean, I don't know, to me this is metallic. I guess it's also kind of shifty, iridescent. It is all of my iridescent shades in one palette. And I put a goal to use this palette in some way for 15 times. So I'm not going to count if I use two different ones. No, I don't think I'm going to count if I use 2 different ones as 2 uses. I think it'll be, yeah, because otherwise I feel like I would just go nuts and layer like 5 iridescents at a time. So no, let's say, you know, like each day that I use this would count as 1. So 15 uses actually isn't really a lot because I do feel like I use this most days, but I don't know, like, do I use it? Like, will I use it 15 times? And I actually do think I might bring some of these for travel. Again, I haven't picked out my makeup yet, so we'll see. But I could definitely see myself wanting to bring some because I do like them so much and they are kind of easy to throw on and just make a look special. So, you know, that could always give me another few uses depending on how often I use them when I'm away. But yeah, and so that's what we have. So I'm not going to bother like inserting in like which of the out of my hands thing. You'll just have to wait and find out in my update for what people ended up picking and then, you know, how it goes. But I'll make sure to take a picture before and all so I can put that in for that update. But yes, so this was kind of an unexpected thing for me to update today. I wasn't planning on it, but here we go. So if you haven't already, maybe you'll subscribe to my channel so you will get to see all these updates. I also have all sorts of other videos up on my channel and planned, because even though I'm traveling, I pre-filmed and have, I feel like, lots of fun, interesting videos with swatching and looks and stuff like that. And I just want to thank you for watching this. I really appreciate it. Until my next one, I hope that you'll be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye. Put it away. Oh, am I still here? Wow.